Tuesday show, and it's Tuesday, and it's 8 o'clock. And we are all here. We're sitting in our little living rooms all around the world. We got people from all around the world here. And tonight's going to be a good night, and I am glad that you found us. You stumbled upon us accidentally or on purpose, or whatever the case may be. If you want to be involved in the live audience, just like everybody here tonight who participate and make everything happen on this show, send me an email to thinkelaine@yahoo.com, and I will send you some information of how to get on the show. It is free, it is easy, and you can do it from anywhere in the world. And Tommy in the chat actually guarantees that this is actually a really live audience. Oh, he says, actually, he's asking, is this audience really live? That's what he's asking. Oh, my gosh. Well, anyway, it is a live audience, and it's all interactive, and it depends on you to join us in the show just to make it all that much more fun. And I have Randolph with me. Hi, Randolph. How are you?
Good evening, Elaine. I'm very well, thank you.
Good to hear. How's everything in London? How's the Olympics?
Just about ready. I think we're going to start next week.
Yeah? Are you going to avoid it, or are you going to try to get involved?
If I do go anywhere near there and do anything, I'll be wearing a mask.
Really? What kind of mask?
Just, the standard Guy Fawkes one.
The Guy Fawkes? Oh, I think we talked about that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That was on a past show, I think, mention of that. That's very cool. Randolph, I have a question for you.
Okay.
All righty. Who is the most famous person you have ever had a face-to-face encounter with?
Oh. Gosh, I don't know. Who's famous in America?
Who's famous in America? You mean as actors or singers or... Pinky says Guy Fawkes.
I've met a few famous people, but I don't know how I'd rank anyone.
Well, just go ahead and mention. It doesn't have to be relevant to us. It's relevant to you because my question is for you.
Dude, famous. Well, the Pillsbury Doughboy is pretty famous, I guess. But he's dead now. I made him into some croissants. Gosh. I haven't met the Queen of England. I've met the Queen of wherever Amsterdam is, Dutchland.
I wonder what her name is. Is it?
I don't know. I mostly know like authors and stuff. No one really famous.
Well, that's pretty doggone good anyway. I mean, I've not met anybody famous. Got another question for you. Let me think. If you could be invisible for one day, what would you do?
Same as normal.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. What do you normally do?
I spend the whole day looking in the mirror checking if my eyebrows are okay, but it never takes long enough. And if I was invisible, I could have a fulfilling day for once. Just like dawn till dusk. Actually get it done.
Wow. You always have these great answers to my stupid questions, Randolph. You always do so well. I have another question.
I'm going to get letters from all the famous people I've met who I didn't name check now. Go on. What's the other question?
Last week you read part of the chat in Pig Latin. Is there another
very
accent?
small part.
Is there another accent you think that you could do tonight? Doesn't have to be all the time.
Sure.
What's it going to be?
I'll do Jeremy Thwaite Davis.
Who's that?
You don't know Jeremy Thwaite Davis?
No.
He's fabulous. He sounds exactly like this. And I shall continue doing this impression for a while. I would like to say hello to Tommy, who's very famous, Alan Atomic too, No. That's not right. Alan Atomic 1. Alan Atomic with no number. Alan Atomic 0. He's now caffeine-free. Evil Fact Man, J.L. Girk, Man from Texas, Pharmacus, Pinky RV, Björn Sol, and one person who's still trying to log in. Hello! That was all the impressions still.
It sounds so much like Randolph.
Who's Randolph?
Randolph, Randolph is, he was here earlier.
Okay. I'm deep in character now. I really don't know.
All right, we're going to watch a little bit of Man from Texas watching the Ruby Tuesday show, and then we're going to watch the third episode of Henri, the Existential Cat. Man from Texas for sending me that. That just cracks me up every time. And now we're going into Henri Part 3. Ooh, I gotta turn it up.
Rien n'a pas changé. J'ai entendu que je suis célèbre sur l'Internet. Pour quelle raison? Mon tourment? Il se moque de mon français. Mais pourquoi? Mon français est parfait. Rien ne s'échange pas ici. Chaque jour se fond dans la suivante. Sauf de temps en temps, je suis importé. Le docteur guérit rien, et pourtant il me verrouillait. Les étrangers sont partis, rien à faire confiance. L'indignité est presque tout lourd à porter. Elles y accrochent des photos de leurs victimes sur l'amour. D'abord, je sais de la désobéissance civile. J'essaie de parler à la docteur de mon état dépressif et ma dissolution de plus en plus avec la mort. Mais il simplement cherchait des coups dans mes oreilles. Il pensait que je suis en bonne santé, comme toujours. Retrait, c'est tout un stratagème. Ma torture mescardienne pour leur propre amusement? Certainement, l'imbécile blanc ne méritait pas le passer. Était convaincu avec eux, contre moi? Traître. À partir de maintenant, je serai en charge de mon propre destin. Pas plus sur mes caprices de mes gardiens. Je suis mon propre chat. Mon destin est... Merde.
Oh, I love it. Thank you, Will Braden. Thank you, Will Braden. Check him out. He's on Facebook. He is, I think there's actually a website. Yes, there's actually a website and everything. Fantastic. I love that. Makes me realize I could never speak French either. All right, here we go, guys. We're going to do a little bit of the caption contest. Let's see. Here we go. We got this going on. Go away. Oh, there. Okay. Iron Saul is asking, did he mention the thermometer? I don't think there was a thermometer in that one. Was there, Randolph? Did you hear anything about a thermometer?
No.
I don't think so. Okay, I am off to find a picture. And why not just start with, what the heck is that one? Some of these are definitely for after 9 o'clock. Here you go, guys. Oops, way out of the frame. There you go. Oh, I need some music, don't I? Here we go, guys. Pinky wants to know, this is going back to Iron Saul and asking the question, did he mention the thermometer? And Pinky says, what's the difference between the two thermometers?
I have no idea.
Chris says...
Pharmacus says only a thermometer of the feline condition.
Well, leave it to Pinky, Iron Saul, and Chris.
Okay, I see. Pinky was asking, what's the difference between the two thermometers, and the answer is the taste.
I see. I'm going to make this a little...
I think we have a caption there. Pharmacus says, follow your dreams. And Tommy says, is that the Spidey crane?
This I actually grabbed off of Nick W's Facebook page. This is, I think what was under this picture was something like, if you have a boring job, make it exciting. Hi, Brew! Brew Chugger has joined the chat. Do we tell everybody what the safe word is, Randolph, or do we let people find out on their own?
I think most of them know that today's safe word is orange.
The safe word is orange. Orange. And if you forget, just look at my shirt.
Evil Fact Man says, has to wash the sticky stuff off after a hard night of crime fighting. Brew Chugger says, Toby Maguire's new job. Saul says, sometimes being a superhero isn't always glitz and glamour.
Glitz and glamour. That'd be a good name for a group, I think. A band. A lounge act, you know? Yeah, that's kind of, I like this picture. Let's see. Yep. All right, I am going to find a baldy dash word. Baldy dash.
Okay. Tommy says, Nick posts lousy quality pictures. Pinky says, Gary Glitter tries to sneak back into the country. Brew, with a good question. Did you say there were oranges in your shirt, Ruby?
Yes, there's oranges in my shirt. Okay. Oh, ready for a word? I am going to give you... Uh-oh. What happened to the word? Well, that's interesting.
That's interesting.
That's interesting. There you go. Here's the word. The word's balderdash. What's
Well,
balderdash?
what are the chances of that happening? Uh-oh, I see a black rectangle.
Really? It's not there
Oh
anymore?
wait, I've got a lag on my video. There we go. I see the word.
It's so interesting to me in the worst possible way. I don't like why that's doing that.
Rude Sugar, we don't have many rules around here, but one of them is no melons.
No melons. What is the other one? No whammies? No whammies, no whammies.
Evil Fact Man says a special event in the Olympics for bald people only. Tommy says a word that has no meaning, yet there it is.
It's so funny to me that, Randolph, you have the thing about the melons in there.
Yeah, I have melons in my shirt.
Oh, that's funny. Balderdash. What does balderdash mean, guys? Give me the definition. Make one up. Make up a definition for the word balderdash, and it can be as goofy or as serious as you want.
Pinky says some kooky ass game that drunks play every Tuesday night that works well as a laxative.
Uh-oh.
Tommy says I balled a dash and she liked it.
I balderdash.
Pharmacus says it's an ancient biblical command to ball somebody called Durdash.
You guys are finding a common theme here. I gotta tell you guys, something happened on the way, walking down the steps, leaving work this afternoon. And a lady is behind me and she says, "Hey, I didn't know I worked with a television star." And I kind of looked around like, because it caught my ear, but anyway, and I said, "What are you talking about?" And she said, "Oh, I was laying in bed last night and I was flipping through channels and I caught the last half hour of your show." And I thought this is just so funny to me that in the place where I work now, there's been 2 people who have recognized me from watching the show, but they would have come on the show and be on the show with us. So.
Wow. Pharmacus. Really? Balderdash is Beelzebub's big sister. Evil Fact Man was not in on the melon thing, so Googled it and says, interesting image results. Yeah. Pinky says, a well-coiffed butt.
And why not? Oh, funny guys.
Pharmacus says, you're sure enough going to forget all of us once you get to Hollywood, Miss Elaine.
Oh, no. Here's a picture for you. Here's a picture for you. Gotta make it bigger.
Okay, I can't see it yet. I've got some lag on the video.
This is a picture of one of the people in the chat. See if you all can guess who that is. Who is, there's 3 people in that picture. And one of those
4.
3 people in that picture
4.
is in the chat.
4. Possibly
4
5.
people, you're right, I see 4 people.
Okay, none of those is Tommy. I'm pretty confident about that. The one in the red hair is probably Nick. Tommy says, well, at least his hat is happy. Pharmacus thinks that's JL in the middle. Bruce says Chris looks hot in that wig. Pinky says the guy on the right. Yeah, obviously if it's someone you know, it's the guy on the right.
We have to give some more hints. You guys, whoever it is, this is going to be like, what's the name of that show? It's not like What's My Line or something like that, but give some more hints. If you recognize yourself in this picture, give us some more hints so we can recognize you, okay?
Pharmacus says he's wearing JL's hat anyway. Pinky says it's the guy on the right, which is our left.
Let me see if I can make it bigger. Oh, doggone it. How old is this picture, mystery person?
It appears to be Pinky. He seems to know a bit about this. I won a contest for free drinks that night.
For free dinks.
The contest was to be 3 dinks. Tommy says the evil trio wonder why they are never taken seriously as terrorists. That's brilliant. Pharmacus says these are the fairies who come in the night to clean up your kitchen. Soul says, I'm glad you got your life straightened out, Pinky.
I have to apologize to Tom for Pinky for using that picture. I thought that it just cracks me up. 15 years.
So the one in the bandana, yes?
The one
15
on the
years.
Far, yeah. The one with the gray shirt and the white scarf around his head. Oh, golly Moses. I said, you guys crack me up. Here you go. Here's a new word for you. Doggone it.
Pharmacus says looks like David Bowie.
How come Mamie?
Saul says there are laws against that. Tommy says the mother of all cocks. The cockamamie.
I didn't know what you guys would do with this.
A man from Texas says, is Pinky still rocking the stash? I don't think so. Pinky says that was in a commercial kitchen. Oh, that was a work photo. Good grief. Obviously a fundraiser that day. Pharmacus says that's what Freud said anyway. Evil Factman says, Aunt Mamie after the change operation. Saul says, then again, Ike did it at least once.
Ike or I? Is that confession?
Ike as in Ike and Tina? I don't know.
I don't know what the reference is, but I like it. You guys keep working on that, and I'm going to try to find another picture for the captions.
Pharmacus says, when you're not allowed to
Don't
say
say
mother
it.
lover.
Mother love, thank you. Oh, I don't know what that is.
Einzel says Eisenhower. Pharmacus says, lol, I like Ike.
Oh, gosh. Okay, guys. Here's one for you. Uh-oh. Pinky said the 8-person collage film, or collage scene from a German art film.
An 8-person
Collage scene from a German art
collage scene from a German art film. Is collage the new word for... Okay. That's good, I like that. Collage. Yeah. Pharmacus says, you friggin' cockamamie. That's not nice. Pharmacus says, song left out of Porgy and Bess.
Here's a new picture for you guys. Oh, and it's got to be made big. There we go. I'm trying to make it big. Somebody should say that's what she said. Oh, I gotta make it smaller because now that it's not supposed to be changing the constraints on the size, and it's doing it. Here you go. Here you go, guys.
Pharmacus says, Quaid. Quaid.
To charted streets, streams of glory.
Saul says, before they perfected Viagra, there were a few missteps.
To distant relations, to that old flame.
Tommy says, yeah, well mine has a head, 2 arms and feet.
Simple questions, straightforward answers.
Pharmacus says, the devil is in the details.
Chances, to making choices, to loving arms, to neighborhood, to staying calm,
Bruce Hugger says, Tom's gone kind of blue tonight.
to guiding light.
Pharmacus says, when his ferret died, he bought a kid to make himself feel better.
Quiet, to home and earth, to dignity,
That's a family that likes plaid.
to just deserve.
And Tommy is all about it. I'm going to find a baldy dash word. Hopefully it'll be a little, well, let's see.
Oh, there's more. Pinky says, Richard Gere's uncle didn't know what a gerbil was. Pharmacus says, I think the little kid is actually an alien who controls this lifelike android so as to buy grog. That's good. Vroochaga says, and Starla grew up to be a pole dancer. Evil Factman says, trying to be one with the kangaroos.
Oh, okay, I am searching for a word. I found a whole bunch of new words the other day. And I think, oh, here we go. This one might be good.
Relations. That old flame. To sanity.
Perwitsky.
Oh, and Pinky asks, whose Facebook page did you lift that one from?
The picture or nothing that no.
I think we got connection problems, and some of the audience have got off air.
I think I am I'm still broadcasting, aren't I?
It says off air for me, and I lost a Skype signal out twice already.
No kidding.
Webpage still says off air.
I
Hang on.
still see me broadcasting.
Hang on, I'm reloading the webpage. Okay. Yep, you're back on for me.
Bummer. Reload.
Long explanation. There we go. Commenting on that, Pharmacus says, Blackout, Omg, the 2012 prophecies were true. I think they're back or they're coming back. Tommy says, Emanuel Perwitsky, the first skywriter.
Oh, man.
Okay,
Everybody
the
back?
viewing numbers just shot back up to 10, 11, 12. I think we're pretty much got
We
everyone
have
back.
2 guests. Maybe, I don't know if Pinky is back. 1 guest.
Okay, in the chat we still have Tommy Brew, Factman, JL, Man from Texas, Pharmacus, Pinky, Saul, and someone else trying to load.
Okay, well, I think it's Perwitsky.
Perwitsky, Pharmacus says, played Doctor Who in the Russian version.
Perwitsky. Perwitsky. I think I know what Luna would say. Luna said she sent her regards tonight. She said she was going AWOL till the weekend. So hopefully Luna's having a good time, whatever she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I saw Clay Potts log in earlier. I saw that.
Cool. Okay, I didn't. Tommy says, whispering with a Polish accent.
Can you hear that?
Yep.
Sorry. It's just one of those associations. All right, well, this one is not as... I shouldn't say not as. I should just say
Well,
this
we
one is
just had a technical problem. I think it's blown over. Pinky says, a small breakfast shot of vodka.
I like that.
And Pete Crowbaby has joined the chat. Hello.
Pete Crowbaby, hello. Welcome, Pete. Oh, I have to show you something. Now, this I got off of Newt's Facebook page, and as you know, Newt has been in Guam for the last couple of weeks. And Newt, oh, I got to make it much bigger. Newt posted this on the Ruby Tuesday page. He's in Guam at Ruby Tuesdays.
No way. What does it say? Simple, fresh American what?
Cuisine, I don't know. Let's see. What does it say? Dining.
Oh, is that single, fresh American?
Simple, fresh American dining.
Simple, fresh American dining.
Oh, there you go. That makes it a little bit better.
That is mind-boggling.
And that is Newt.
Hello, Newt.
It was very nice of him to bother taking that picture and sending it and putting it on the Facebook page. Now I don't know what the heck. I wish that this thing, nothing I can do. Not a doggone thing I can do about this. Okay, there we go. Ruby Tuesday in Guam. Thank you, Newt. I guess we can always say that Newt was here in spirit last week.
Brew Sugar.
Why
Yeah, Brew Sugar. Why is he in Guam? And Tommy with why is he in the handicapped zone? And Pinky says his wife is Guamanian. Saul says, what's up with the magic marker crosswalk? And Scotsman from Texas has joined chat. Hello.
Hi, there's God again. I hope everybody can get back. Everybody can back to the land of Oz. So you want to make some captions out of this one? Oh, now that would be bad.
Saul says, I think he just photoshopped that. I don't. I know a bit about Photoshop. That looks real to me.
I'm going to have to check it all out.
I think it is a true thing and you should sue them.
You want to make some captions out of this? You think you can?
I think we're just happy typing nudes for a while.
If you want a new picture, I can find you a new picture. Here's a new picture. There's an obvious one for this one, but I think it's a great picture.
Ain't nothing occurring to me. That one looks like JL to me.
It looks like JL.
Pharmacus says, easy, I ain't nothing but a hound dog. Tommy says, Claypots does Elvis. Pharmacus says, doggone, Elvis has left the building. Factman says, I ate his blue suede shoes and didn't stop there.
I like Pinkies.
Pinky says, Elvis before his nose job.
And this is the handsome, the young Elvis look, the era.
Pharmacus says, fetch Elvis, fetch.
Let's see, if Elvis was a dog, what would how could we change some of his famous songs to be dog-ish? Rub Me Tender? Doghouse Rock? Return to sender, but what could we do for a dog? Are you lonesome tonight?
Pinky says, get the strap, boy, get the strap. Tommy says, talk about Photoshop. Factman says, love me tender viddles. Iron Soul says, rub me tender, rub me raw.
Oh my God.
Pharmacus says, fire hydrant blues.
He has another one called Teddy Bear. Something like, this one would be your teddy bear. Ah, heck, I can't remember. Little more talk and a little less talk and a lot more action. So is that one a song of his?
Our word got cut out of Pharmacist's one there. Isn't it normally hunk of burning?
I think it's a hunk of burning dog. I don't know.
Tommy says, right, Rog, I'll play Stairway, just once. Pinky says, I can't help sniffing your butt again. Evil Factman says, Dog Pound Rock. Oh, Pharmacus says, Black and White Hotel.
Okay, you did great, guys. You did fantastic. Here's a new Baldy Dash word for you guys. I think that Chris said this word a couple weeks ago, and I jotted it down. I got to turn the fan on. Now I'm hot. Go figure.
Tommy says, bacon, bacon, more bacon. The word is sewerage.
Sewerage.
Or sewerage.
Or seawee rage. Or seawee rodga.
Or so erage.
Yeah. Now turn it into Elvis songs. Good one, Evil. Evil Fat Man says, rage against the sewing machine.
Pharmacus cannot believe he's listening to a Prohibitionist Pirates song. Yep, that happened.
Great fun, guys.
Rage against the sewing machine.
Technical term for a sweatshop in the Philippines. Well, I gotta quit doing that. Sit on my hands. Okay,
Well,
you keep working on that, and I'm gonna find a new picture for us.
Pharmacus says, maintain the rage against the rag trade.
God. Okay, guys. Here's a new picture for you.
Oh, Pharmacus, the age of sewers. Yep. And Saul says, have you ever seen the rats after a Yankees game? And Pinky says, floaties and sinkers.
Okay, I think I found the one that's coming up next. Here we go, guys. Oh! Here you go. You know, none of these photos have been photoshopped. None of them at all. Let's see, what goes with goats? Billy goats, Billy goat gruff. Let's see.
So where's your husband, dear? Bah.
What did you say, Randolph? What'd you say?
The hairdresser's going, so where's your husband, dear? And the client says, bah. Saul says, Mom, you can polish a turd, but... Pinky says, Fernando Lamas, pre-makeup. Fernando Llamas is maybe pre-makeup.
No, Lamas. Sorry, Fernando.
Evil Factman says, I said bar, not barber. Pharmacus says, now you will look great in your wedding photos. Getting ready for his bar mitzvah. Rude Sugar. Well, then I told my girlfriend Marcy that she was just being ridiculous, and do you know what she said to me?
We were just talking about the whole thing today. When you go to a salon, it's like, oh my God, it's like True Confessions. It's this, whatever it is. It's just amazing.
Ruby says this stylist's specialty is the mullet. Pinky says, I don't remember my daddy.
Oops. I think I just removed that picture accidentally, but it's still up there. Well, let's see. Okay, guys.
Pharmacus says that's why grooming is banned in Yemen. Evil Fact Man. I wonder if I can pay with cheese.
Oh, golly Moses, guys. Golly, golly, golly. Okay, I'm going to find another word. What kind of shampoo does she use on a llama? What is this? A llama, a goat, a sheep? What is it?
Face looks like a sheep to me.
Sheep? Here is a new word for you. When I asked what kind of
Pinky says Dolly Llama has her usual bouffants.
Here's a new word.
Saul says ugly and just a dabble do ya. Pharmacus thinks it's a llama but not the Dalai Lama.
I figures I was hot a little bit ago and now I'm cold.
You have backwardation or backwardation. Or backwardating.
It can be anything you want. Backwardation. Backwardation.
Good night. Now it's time to go home. Can you mix it fast with one more thing? We are the Sultans. We are the Sultans of Swing.
Pharmacus says backwardation is when people in the violent wing get it on.
Backwardation. Backward. Huh. Can you make anything out of Edwardian out of this, I wonder? And who am I asking? I can never come up with stuff like you guys come up.
Pinky says is Reveni Zets Gnivar. Pharmacus says the Bush family motto. Backwardation! Yeah.
Oh, I got you.
Oh, okay. What Pinky said backwards, having sex in reverse. Evil Factman says, when the future is backward from the present. Blue Sugar says, how's that work, Pinky? You mean you start out depressed? Pharmacus says, putting the horse before the cart if you are George Bush.
Oh.
And Pinky says, no, you start out asleep.
I think one more caption and we're going to wrap up the show just to be on the safe side of our 58-minute allotment. And I'm going to find one that I have never found before. And then be sure to stay tuned, guys, for the remainder of the show, the after hour show, the adult portion of the show. And, by golly.
Pharmacus says, the new GOP policy.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, just because I think this is a pretty goofy picture. And we're going to show it. And I got to make it bigger. And I got to make it bigger. And I got to make it bigger. There we go.
Evil Fat Man says the goat was being prepared for that. And Pharmacus says we need to backwardize education, for example.
Oh, I think I better adjust the size of this. This isn't not looking proper. There we go. There we go. That's better. This is from Awkward Family Photos. That must be...
We're staying together for the sake of the baby.
Oh.
Pharmacus says the future of Henri Le Chat Noir. Tommy says, if you think I have a bony guitar, wait till we get home. Pinky says Sylvester is now over 3,000 years old, but we still love him. Rude Chugger says the Thanksgiving dinner was a little scarce this year.
So, those feet. The feet. The feet.
The feet. The feet.
The feet.
The feet.
The
Otherwise
feet.
it looks roughly like a cat.
The feet.
Oh, hang
I
on. No,
don't
yeah, it's just in a
know.
weird position. I think that's about right for a cat still.
Really?
Yeah, it's on its elbows. So it's still got its forelegs and then its hands. That's not all paws.
Oh, that just looks sad.
If it's a novelty birthday cake, no.
Yeah, it's not going to feed those 18 people.
No. Pharmacus. Marriage should be between one man and one taxonomy project. Don't you agree, sis?
Had you gotten Bruise up there? Thanksgiving dinner was a little scarce this year.
I believe so.
Okay.
Soul says the fossil is showing much more initiative than the dude. Pinky says he's not dead, he's just resting. Pharmacus, I do think it's a cat. Evil Factman says, waited way too long to pounce.
Wow. Okay, guys. Let me remove that, of course, and it won't remove. And I want to thank you all, Chapel Hill, for being with us tonight, and everybody in the chat. And remember, if you want to be with us live, send an email to thinkylane@yahoo.com. And I'll send you information how to get on the show. If you're watching this show anywhere in the world, you too can be in here. You can be in here, and you can be having all kinds of fun with everybody. And so thank you all for being here. Bye, Randolph. Bye, chat. Actually, we're not going anywhere. We'll see you next week, guys. Bye.
See ya.
See ya. See you. Chapel Hill.